Good morning, Essex County College family. Good morning, Essex County College family. It's so great to have you back after the summer. Welcome to a new academic year. I first want to begin by thanking you for your support and hard work over this past year. This year has been challenging and rewarding. It's also been a year when the college family lost people who were dear to us. We lost some current and retired staff members, as well as staff who lost brothers, sisters, parents, and even children. So before we begin our program, I would like for us to take a moment of silence in remembrance of those who have gone before us since our last convocation. Thank you. With all that has happened, we continue to be grateful for Essex County College, and we are thankful for the ability to continue contributing to the legacy of this college. And to that point, my vision for Essex continues to be that we are a beacon for education and knowledge. This is who we are, and our aspiration to become the best we can be in delivering student success. In order to execute this vision, we must have a plan, a roadmap to guide our direction, and that roadmap is our strategic plan. We have had 1 year to begin to implement the plan that many of you helped develop during numerous strategy sessions. And now we are realizing the 7 strategic directions that we will focus on during the next 4 years. They are student access, success, and completion, supporting high-quality faculty, state-of-the-art technology and support services, modernized facilities, collaborative partnerships with the community, organizational culture, and resource development. So with this roadmap in hand, we're headed into the future. Let's talk about some of our accomplishments in the past year as it relates to our strategic plan. There are many which I've noted at various board meetings throughout the year, so I've chosen just a few to use in this morning's presentation. Under strategic direction number 1, in the area of student access, success, and completion, we graduated our largest class in the history during this past commencement, 2014. We graduated 1,502 students. That graduating class also represented the largest number of STEM, science, technology, engineering, math, and nursing allied health majors with 34% of the class. 25% of the class graduated with honors, and they are transferring to some of the top colleges and universities in the nation. The Police Academy enrolled its largest class ever of the basic course for police officers with over 100 recruits. Kudos to Director Rocco Mishka, and his staff. Last year was the first year offering fully online courses with 386 students registered. We have 2 degree programs that are almost completely online, and we're on target to complete a total of 6 fully online degree programs. This fall, we will offer 27 sections of 100% online credit courses, compared with the 13 sections we offered in the fall of 2013, which equates to 61.5% increase in online offerings. The college has now implemented a learning management system, Moodle. It supports courses across the online, hybrid, and face-to-face teaching methodologies. And this new program impacts a wide audience and is another generating revenue source for the college. Thanks to the leadership of Dr. Knox, the Instructional Computing Advisory Council chairperson at the time, Professor Inez Figueres, and Dean Lee Bella de Castro and her team. Another student and faculty initiative which was revitalized last year is the Study Abroad program. We began this program with a pilot in collaboration with Brookdale Community College, where Professor Figueres and 3 of our students studied and conducted research in math, statistics, last year in Bermuda. During spring 2014, 23 students and 3 faculty members from Barbados Community College were here for 2 weeks studying greenhouse and hydroponic agriculture. This initiative was funded in part by the Barbados government and Prudential. The agricultural students were taking courses towards their Barbados Associate's degrees at both the Essex County College campus and the Branchbrook Park Urban Farms as part of the hydroponics internship program. Essex is scheduled to take 25 of our students to Barbados in summer of 2015. And we have several other study abroad opportunities in China, in Hong Kong, Beijing, and Guangzhou, in Africa, in Sierra Leone, Malawi, Liberia, Ghana, and in other Caribbean islands such as Grenada and Jamaica, and also in Puerto Rico. We are currently exploring all of those options in order to make our students global learners. I want to take this time to thank Dean Steplight Johnson and Ms. Evie Holmes. Another new effort in the area of student success and completion is credit for prior learning. Essex is the only 2-year college that is a charter member of the New Jersey Prior Learning Assessment Network. Representatives from Essex attended a press conference where the plan was announced by Secretary Rochelle Hendricks and the Lieutenant Governor. The ability to give students credit for prior learning will help some students accelerate their degree programs and increase their march towards completion. We have partnered with Thomas Edison State College because of their expertise in this area to begin evaluating and awarding credits for our students' prior learning. This initiative is led by Associate Dean Elvie Vieira. In the area of academic excellence, our students did extremely well this past year. Sophia Medina received the Coca-Cola Scholarship, and Essex had 2 recipients of the prestigious Jack Kent Cook Scholarships. They each received $90,000 for their completion of their baccalaureate degree, and we've received 11. Essex County College has had 11 recipients since our participation in this prestigious scholarship. Please note that our students have received more than $1 million from this National Scholarship Fund, and that we have more Jack Kent Cook Scholars than any other 2-year college in the country. And I know that for a fact because at my President's Academy, I spoke to Rod Ridsley, who's the head of Phi Theta Kappa, and he confirmed it. I want to give a huge thanks to Professor David Berry, Professor Rachel Pernier, and Dr. Lady Lise White of the Honors Program. I would also like to say thank you to Professors Jeff Lee, Professor Lynn Wilson, and Professor Sean O'Connell, the Phi Theta Kappa faculty advisors, and to the many faculty and administrators who wrote recommendations and or reviewed applications. Thank you. The collaboration of academic affairs and student life resulted in providing 49 students a Wall Street financial tour escorted by Wall Street insiders. The Humanities Division sent more than 90 students to the Cathedral of St. John the Divine and the Metropolitan Museum in New York. The Bilingual Division enabled 45 students to enjoy a day watching the Broadway play Les Miserables. More than 120 students enrolled in the New Jersey Family Care following an affordable health care workshop in conjunction with Newark Community Health Centers. With regard to our athletics and our scholar athletes, for the first time in the same year, both our basketball teams advanced to the NJCAA Championship Tournament. Coach Corey Laurie's men's team made it to the title game, which resulted in Essex County College being number 2 in the country. Robin Burton coached the women to their successful basketball season. 13 members of our men's and women's outdoor team, track team, qualified to compete at the 2014 NJCAA Men's Women's Outdoor Track and Field Championships. The women's soccer team, coached by Monique Edward, won the Region 19 Championship and advanced to the NJCAA District Round. The men's soccer team, coached by Hugo Pierre, advanced to Region 19 Championship game. And under the leadership of our veteran track coach, Mr. Michael Smart, both the women's and men's cross-country teams captured Region 19 titles, and the outdoor track team also won both Region 19 crowns. Congratulations to our scholar athletes and coaches. Another focus last year was on our high school initiatives. These initiatives were restructured in order to pay more attention on college readiness and curriculum alignment. Over 1,600 students in 23 high schools participated. The Gateway to College program expanded to include the East Orange School District. This program gives at-risk students a true second chance to graduate high school and earn college credits. My appreciation for these initiatives to Dean Pat Slade, Director Mel Knight, Coach Mike Smart, Mr. Arthur Taylor, Ms. Nikki Constantine, the individual coaches, and the academic departments and individual faculties who partner with Student Life to produce these co-curricular and college readiness programs and activities. Under strategic direction number 2, supporting high-quality faculty, the Office of Academic Affairs continued to provide funding and grant opportunities to support faculty and staff development. This past year, $125,000 was spent on approximately 50 faculty and or staff to attend conferences and other professional development activities. Professional development is an investment in our faculty and administration that truly work. At Essex, recently we received reaccreditation for 2 of our high-demand programs in science, technology, engineering, math, and allied health areas. Our registered nursing program, under the direction of Assistant Professor Majuvi Sulsi, received a 5-year reaffirmation of accreditation from the Accreditation Commission for Education in Nursing. And it was a long road, and I applaud those faculty in nursing. The Joint Review Committee on Education and Radiologic Technology, in the capable hands of Coordinator Mary Ellen Carpenter, received an 8-year reaffirmation of accreditation for our radiography program. I want to thank the outstanding leadership of Dr. Alvin Williams, Dean of STEM and Allied Health, and Dr. Evadne Harrison Madu, Chairperson of Nursing and Allied Health, in working to secure these reaccreditations. But most importantly, I congratulate our wonderful nursing and radiography faculty and staff. Will you all please stand? Essex County College continues to participate in the Community College Survey of Student Engagement. That was the video that you watch was actually produced by that organization. It's called SESI, an abbreviation. CESI is a national assessment which helps institutions focus on good educational practice and identifies areas in which they can improve their programs and services for students. Dr. Jinsu Park successfully led the administration of our CESI administration with over 1,000 students at Essex who participated. This was a major effort, and thanks are due to not only Dr. Park, but to the deans, the chairs, the faculty, and students who gave of their time so that we can use the assessment results towards improving our learning environment in relationship with our strategic plan. Strategic direction number 3 is focused on state-of-the-art technology and support services. Last year, we invested $1.2 million in tutorial labs to provide computerized assistance for developmental mathematics. Our data tells us that math is indeed a challenge for our students, and this software is a complement to the in-class instruction. Another technology initiative was implementation of the waitlist module, which allows students a rational electronic method by which to register for high-demand courses instead of hanging around outside the faculty or chairperson's office during registration. The IT department also developed the mobile Essex application, which allows students to manage their own course schedules, check midterm grades, and stay informed with personalized announcements delivered right to their cell phones and or on their tablets. Approximately 5,000 students have signed on to this mobile application. Enrollment management, in collaboration, worked with the IT department to produce and enhance the electronic no-show report. This report allows faculty to submit no-show student data online through web services. No-show data is needed to finalize the college's 10th day enrollment reports, and it is critical when calculating enrollment data and also to be in compliance with federal and state financial aid rules and regulations. The midterm warning was another technology enhancement which occurred with the assistance of the Academic Advisory Council in collaboration with IT, also the Office of Retention and Academic Advisement, and the Academic Foundation Advisory Council to design this midterm warning electronic form. Our data tells us that there are 4,000 unduplicated midterm warnings issued every semester, and many students, just like in the video, never know why they are in jeopardy, and they just do what? Withdraw. Students will receive an email encouraging them not to quit the class with contact information for their professor so that they can discuss how to improve their performance. All of these initiatives are technological, intentional interventions aimed at student success. I would like to thank Dean Siddiqui and his IT team, Dr. Walters and CAF faculty, Dean Mulligan and her team, Registrar Dean Z. Casa, Dean Marva Mack, Professor Patrice Davis, the membership of AAC and AFAC for all of the hard work that they put into these intentional interventions over the last year. Strategic direction number 4, modernize facilities. I know by now all of you have heard of the New Jersey Higher Education Capital Facilities Bond, or Building Our Future Go Bond Act. And you know that Essex County College was, and I will continue to say it, awarded more than $19 million, the most of any 2-year state institution, to fund 5 large capital projects, which will significantly transform the academic infrastructure on the campus. These projects are all about academic capacity, enhancement of the academic enterprise, and also to promote workforce readiness. To this end, the leadership of these projects falls on the shoulders of Dr. Edwin Knox, Chief Academic Officer, and Vice President Harley. These projects, $19 million, a lot of management is involved with these projects. And to that end, the projects are governed by the college's Bonds Oversight Committee, and it consists of Ms. Avril George Robinson, our CFO and our controller, Dr. Rashida Hassan, Ms. Marilyn Rutherford, Mr. Jeff Shapiro, Mr. Juan Estrada, Ms. Wally Eason, Mr. Courtney Ennis, and our administrative arm is Ms. Shannon Higgins. During the month of June, that's all right, that's all right. During the month of June, Governor Christie visited Essex to kick off the $6.7 million renovation of our Martin Luther King Jr. Library, which will be transformed into a state-of-the-art information commons. And the 4 other projects are a health sciences simulation laboratory. We will have state-of-the-art mannequins that stimulate, they like to say state-of-the-art simulators, and the old phrasing is mannequins, but they simulate human medical experiences like heart attacks. There's even one that shows childbirth, high blood pressure and hypertension, etc. The West Essex campus restructuring. Major renovations will begin in the spring on the West Essex campus to vastly improve the look and enhance the college and learning environment there. The Foundations of Instructional Technology project will allow for upgrades to enhance network performance, connectivity, and bandwidth. It will also support mobile applications and expand technology-integrated classrooms. And lastly, our first-year success classroom. This project provides 18,000 square feet of space for 7 technology-enabled classrooms for a new student-centered active learning environment for our developmental courses. For each project, there's a project team. So if you're on a project or you're on more than one project, please stand, because I want the college community to understand how many of us are moving these projects forward. So if you're on a project team, stand for me. Thank you. Processes and renovations have already begun for each of the bond projects, so you will begin to see construction throughout the year. Some additional facilities upgrades and renovations occurring this year are funded through our Chapter 12 county and state capital dollars. I'd like to take a time just to thank the county exec, Mr. Joe DiVincenzo, for his That's all right. He has continued to support Essex County College and on fronts that we do not normally see, but behind the scenes, he is a definite cheerleader for this institution, and I want to publicly thank him for his support. Some of these capital projects include bathroom renovations to provide upgraded facilities to better support our differently able students and staff. There will be classroom upgrades. Currently, there are 16 classrooms which will be upgraded to include new student furniture, new faculty furniture, and fresh paint jobs for a more modern look. The student desks and chairs are more flexible. The chairs features adjustable table services and flexible seats that swivel. They have a built-in storage shelf for backpacks and laptops, and wheels for easy movement. The faculty desk provides 2 options, traditional seating, and then the podium lectern style, and is equipped with compartments for storage and technology. Phase 1 of our shuttle vans will be implemented this semester to transport students between our Newark and West Essex campus. Phase 2 of, the shuttle vans are for the students. Phase 2 of the shuttle project will continue in the spring of 2015 when we will have the fully outfitted large shuttle buses to accommodate differently able students for the same purpose. With regard to signage, We are planning to give students maps explaining the college layout in order to help them find their classrooms and other resources. The red, blue, green, yellow, and other areas will also receive new signage. This fall, you will begin to see flags with our new logo on the street lamps and poles surrounding the perimeter of the college, and we will redesign the signs around the campus. Strategic goal number 5 talks about collaborative partnerships with the community. Recently, the Wise Women's Center received a grant renewal for the New Jersey Division of Children and Families Parenting Skills Program in the amount of almost $100,000, which continues to demonstrate our commitment to partnership with the community. Some other community partnerships in the works that will produce internships, externships, corporate trainings, and research opportunities involve key stakeholders like ShopRite, Panasonic, New Jersey Devils, Prudential, Stop and Shop, Newark Municipal Courts, the County Surrogate's Office, Branchbrook Park, and Single Stop. I want to take a time to thank Dean Keith Kirkland, Mitra Chowdhury, Ms. Susan McDonald, Ms. Maureen Baer, Mr. Michael Kresge, Ms. Sybil Bose-Wormley, and Pamela Maynard for all of their help on these initiatives. Strategic direction number 6 is organizational culture, and we will continue to focus on customer service this year. As you can see from the video, customer service directly correlates to student success. Students will not stay if they are not treated well. All areas will develop a plan which defines customer service from the student's perspective. Strategic direction number 7 is resource development. As you all know, we have had challenges with our budget and have tightened up, made cuts, reduced resources in order to have a balanced budget as required by the state of New Jersey. So scholarship contributions and grant acquisitions is critical to our budget. As such, the Dillon family, via the Dillon Primerica Scholarship Fund, donated $12,000 last year, which enabled us to award 11 scholarships. Our Community and Continuing Education Division received a $1 million 3-year re-entry grant from the U.S. Department of Labor, Employment and Training Administration to help returning citizens, yes, people just released from prison, to receive education and training and secure employment. The college Readiness Now grant was awarded due to the work of the Offices of Planning, Research and Assessment, and High School Initiatives. This grant is funded by the Office of the Secretary of Higher Education. We were awarded this grant, which provides $68,000 to fund a summer bridge program for local high school students. Training Inc. received $70,000 from the Victoria Foundation to support training and operational purposes for this academic year. Ms. Louise Bristol donated $5,000 in unrestricted gifts to support college initiatives. The Essex alumni donated over $10,000 last year through payroll deductions from the college community. The Child Development Center held a book fair as their annual fundraiser for the center, and thus far, we've sold approximately $3,000 worth of books, which will assist in purchasing books for the center. The National Science Foundation for the Garden State Louis Stokes Alliance for Minority Participation grant was renewed. This grant, in the amount of $3.5 million, provides funding to various services to STEM students, including tutoring, seminars, and summer research experiences. This program is under the direction of Professor Nadia Lvov and has served Essex students since 2009. Mr. Alan J. Siglington, a former Essex administrator and retiree, donated $10,000 for an entrepreneurship competition that leads students into considering entrepreneurship as a way of life. I am very encouraged by the help and the spirit of cooperation that you all have shown in these efforts, because every little bit does help. So you know, with planning a college budget, there are two major resources, financial and human. So let's talk about the funds required for us to deliver on the vision. Some of you may have attended the Board of School Estimate meeting in March, where our budget was approved. Our overall budget is approximately $67 million, of which 62% of our revenue comes from tuition and fees. So what does that mean? Our tuition and fees, that's our students. So let me pause here to state that in order for us to be successful in attracting and keeping students, we must be intentional in how we treat our students and how we help them become successful professionals. That means exceeding expectations. When a student asks you a question, please go out of your way to help them resolve their problem or introduce them to the right person who can help them. It's these little things, as stated in the video, that will help us continue to improve our image as a caring customer service campus. Students also represent enrollment. We have a process where students apply, test, register, and pay. Each step is significant and each step impacts our budget. We are being intentional when we create strategies to recruit students, convert them through our enrollment process, retain them, and graduate them on time. As you know, the positive word of mouth from students will help us grow the college population and keep us solvent. We just ended a successful recruitment campaign, and we are gearing up for a busy in-person registration over the next 2 weeks. You might have heard our radio ads or seen our bus ads, and by the way, when I arrived this morning, I came down Raymond Boulevard, I saw the bus and our ad on the side. And then I turned on University Market, another bus headed down Market. I saw the bus and I saw our ads, and they look outstanding. You might have seen us on Facebook. We have ads on patch.com. And also we have postcards and several email messages. This full court press strategy brought us 1,047 new student applicants. Yeah. With our new testing center opening soon, we are now moving to testing students on a rolling basis, replicating the process at West Essex. The faster we can register students, the faster we can collect revenue and get students on their path to success. We have hosted financial aid workshops to show students how to pay for college and created information to help them understand their financial requirement. Our comptroller, along with her team, are implementing strategies to increase collection efforts. This recruitment initiative and other enrollment registration activities are led by Ms. Wiley Easton and her team, Dean Susan Mulligan and her team, Dean Marva Mack and her team, Ms. Mildred Colfer and her team, Ms. Darlene Miller and her team, Ms. Z. Costa and her team, Ms. Sonia Rios and Ms. Sandra D. and her team. I want you to know it's a collective effort. The state portion of our revenue accounts for 17.6% of our budget. So many of you wonder how we will spend these funds that we collect. These funds will be spent accordingly to execute each strategic direction and fulfill the mission of the college. The largest percentage, as you can see, will be spent on instruction, which is the core of this institution and what we are measured on by several agencies. In order to achieve these goals, I need a team. Throughout my comments, you should have heard and seen that it takes a team to execute and be successful. It is not I. And when you hear others say I, they suffer from the I illness. Okay? Yeah. It is not me. It is not me. It's not a me day party. It is a team. There are no I's. There are no me's. There are no EGOs, egos in team. None. It's us. It's us. Leading that team is my executive leadership. My cabinet, Dr. Edwin Knox, Chief Academic Officer, please stand. Remain standing, Dr. Rashida Hassan. Dr. Rashida Hassan is our Vice President of HR, Regulatory Affairs, and General Counsel. Dr. Douglas Walters, Vice President of Planning, Research, and Assessment. Ms. Avril George Robinson, our Chief Financial Officer, Comptroller. Dr. Joyce Wilson Harley, my Vice President of Administration and Finance. Miss Weiler, new to the team. Miss Weiler Easton, Acting Director of Communications, Marketing, Recruitment, and Events, and she's probably on my right. Dean Mohammed Siddiqui, my Chief Information Officer. Mr. Courtney Ennis, Executive Director of Presidential Initiatives. The Academic and Administrative Deans, Dr. Aisha Steplight Johnson, Liberal Arts. Professor Carlos Rivera of Business, Industry, and Government. Dr. Alvin Williams, STEM and Health Sciences. Dr. Susan Mulligan, Executive Dean of Student Services. Dr. L.V. Vieira, West Essex Campus. Associate Dean, Dr. Lee Bello de Castro, Online Learning Technologies. Associate Dean Keith Kirkland, Community and Continuing Education. Associate Dean Pat Slade, Student Life. And the Academic Chairperson, Professor Mahmoud Abu Judah, Math and Physics. Professor Augustine Boache, Business. Professor Mamie Bridgeforth, Social Sciences. Busy, 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 busy. Ravi McNamara, Engineering, Technology, and Computer Science. Dr. Jill Stein, Biology and Chemistry. Professor Ivani Harrison, Madu, Nursing and Allied Health. The current governance chairs for Academic Advisory Council, Professor Patrice Davis. Professional Development Advisory Council, Professor Lynn Wilson, Chairperson. The Academic Foundation Advisory Council, Kathleen Battle. The College Curriculum Advisory Council, Professor Barbara Pogue. The Institutional Computing Advisory Council, Professor Jennifer Rager. The Standards and Assessment Advisory Council, Professor Carlos Castillo. This is the executive leadership team. Thank you so very much. Okay, so that's what the team does. They whisper sweet nothings in your ear. And they said, I miss Professor Marie Giroux, Bilingual Division. And I also want to recognize Ms. Colleen Porcher in development in the back. Hi, Colleen. So what is your role? In order for us to be successful, you need to know your role. I hear the young students today saying, oh, stay in your lane. You got to stay in your lane. So you got to know your role. So as your president, please understand that I am the steward of this institution, which is a role that I take extremely seriously and a role that I am very passionate about. I recognize that I am the person chosen as the vehicle for Essex transformation, and with that, I am held accountable to provide the requisite leadership. And sometimes I have to make those difficult decisions in order to maintain the focus towards excellence. So, the role of the faculty is threefold: teach, assess, and mentor, and continue to find innovative ways to deliver the content. The role of the administrators and staff is to provide the very best customer service daily and to streamline processes. The role of the students is one where they learn, and with your assistance, they make it a point to become engaged in our environment. As you can tell, I am extremely excited. I am pleased about what lies ahead in this academic year, and I look forward to continued success with our students. But before I conclude, I'd like to take a time to highlight some of our staff and faculty who continue to march towards excellence. They earned academic credentials during the past year and should be commended for their achievements. They are Ms. Milana Martinez, December 2013, she earned an Associate of Arts degree in Education from Essex County College. Ms. Barbara Valentine, July 2013, earned a Bachelor's of Arts in Business Administration and Management from Pilar College. Ms. Kenya Shaw, in September of 2013, earned a Bachelor's of Arts degree in Applied Behavioral Sciences from Ashford University. Ms. Angie Gonzalez, in May of 2014, earned a Bachelor's of Arts in Mathematics from New Jersey City University. Ms. Danye Bradley, in May of 2014, earned a Bachelor's of Arts in English from Rutgers University. Ms. LaTora Fleet, in June of 2013, earned a Master's of Science in Leadership for Higher Education from Capella University. Ms. Alexandra Vig earned a Master's of Social Work in August of 2013 from Fordham University. Ms. Maria Ramirez, in June of 2014, earned a Master's of Science in Management from Thomas Edison State College. And last, Professor Marlene Day earned her Doctor of Philosophy in Nursing in January of 2014. From Rutgers University. Lastly, I want to thank the Convocation Committee. I want to thank the Program Development Team. Again, Dr. Alvin Williams, Stephanie Falana, and Aisha Eifelt in his office. And again, I want to thank all of you. I want to welcome you to academic year 2014, where our theme is to be a more intentional college. Thank you so very much. So, how could I forget this last one? She is my namesake. Her name is spelled the same way. It wasn't on my list. Dr. Gale Gage. She received her PhD from Rutgers University in nursing. Congratulations to you.